Hey, welcome back to the channel. Like this video, go ahead, subscribe to the channel if you're not. Comment down below. Let me know if you guys are a fan of Young Dolph, Gucci Man, Big Scar. Let me know where y'all from, who you rocking with. Let's get right into it. Man, so the CMG news is breaking out, the details coming out that they're doing the whole sweep right now in Memphis. The feds are literally going door to door trying to find Yo Gotti, trying to find Black Youngster, trying to find Moneybaggyo. And so basically it's determined that from all the details that Big Jook said, they offered him a deal. They basically told him allegedly, and what people are saying and we're hearing is that he was told he was given the ultimatum. It was either he has to tell on his brother or that he's going to be the one that has to go down for the entire plan and plot, because they found out their whole entire blueprint to exactly how they were going to take Dolph down. Basically, like, they figured out exactly what happened to the Makedas store, what happened to the back door, why was the front door like that, why was everything like the way it was, and even the vehicles used, the Bentley that was paid for it, everything, the Benz, the two dudes, the getaway trucks, the cars parked across the street. And so the whole thing, Big Jook told on all of that. And that's Yo Gotti's brother. So they figured out, they're like, look, it's easy. All we're going to do is we're going to find Yo Gotti's brother. We're going to get him, pin it on him, and then have him tell everything. Because at the end of the day, Dolph was telling a lot of people back then that Yo Gotti's brother, Big Jook, was actually ratting the whole entire time. That's why people will always, like, when the boys was always, the jump out boys was always trying to get Dolph, and you seen the videos of him where they searching him and they looking all through his whole Rolls Royce and every car, yeah, right? It's because the jump out boys back then, they heard basically from Big Jook about all of the stuff that's going on. And so Big Jook was trying to, like, possibly put heat on Dolph so that he could keep the CMG out of heat. It's like he basically pointing fingers over there to keep from them finding out what's happening over here. And so what you got to understand is that that basically ties into the whole thing on how people were actually really jealous of Dolph. Like, it was a lot of people who in Memphis thought he was the king, but then it was those select few who, like, had some issues, who had something to say, and they kind of went against the grain, didn't really like him for whatever reasons they may have had. But it wasn't anything where it was like people were thinking the way they were. They was because of jealousy, the greed, the hate. At the end of the day, if the people in CMG, if Yo Gotti, Moneybaggyo, Black Youngster, and all them, if they millionaires, why does it make sense for them to keep going after Dolph and trying to beef? Like, at that point, when you a millionaire, why would you want to continue to beef? It's like you got millions and millions of dollars, you got fame, you got all these people around you, you got the entourage. You're supposed to be putting your family on. You're supposed to be starting businesses. You're supposed to be doing all the right stuff instead of trying to start beef with people. See, that's where a lot of people get mixed up at, is that they get fame, they get success, and then they still try to go back into their old routes and try to start problems with people, try to start beef with people. And they never really focus on, while they're trying to start beef with people, the people who they're trying to start beef with is actually doing the things that's going to make it to where they can get generational money, and they can pass down whatever they got going on and ownership of what they own to their people and to their families and stuff. But see, the people that's hating, and they got their success, but they start hating, they start trying to cause problems. They want to have it to where they get into it with people. Like, maybe the people didn't even do nothing too crazy or nothing like that, but they just kind of got jealous and spazzed out and kind of lost control of their emotions. That's basically what's going on with how CMG was beefing with Dolph, all over the issue about the baby mama, all over not signing with Yo Gotti. And then it turned into them feeling like, okay, they got millions now, but they still want to go and try to beef with Dolph. They still want to go and try to run around and have people do stuff in the streets. Ultimately, Dolph had his stuff set and his family set and all that, even if he's there or not. But the thing with Yo Gotti and CMG and them is that they was too busy planning and plotting all the hate and the beef. They never got their stuff set up right. And so that's why till this day, they still having to go around and basically trick people into signing with them, trick Glorilla, and then, finesse them with the contracts, because they know people not reading them and anything like that. And so what's really going on is that it's a lot of people who's basically getting played. It's a lot of people who's getting duped and everything like that. And what's really going on is that while Yo Gotti, CMG, and them should be out somewhere in mansions and doing multiple businesses and trying to get big old brands and all that, while they were focusing on the beef, nobody, like everybody in Memphis was knowing that they was hating. Everybody around the whole thing, around the whole industry scene was trying to see, was seeing what was going on. And so that's why Gucci Man never worked with them. That's why Gucci Man stopped messing with them, period, at all. And the fact that they try to get in the way of picking up Big 30, they even try to get in the way of picking up Pooh Shiesty. They even try to get in the way of picking up Big Scar. And the whole situation with the chains and the 1017 chains from Big Scar could be out there with somebody from CMG for all who knows, right? You don't know who was actually there. And that's why Gucci Man was asking for the chains back, is because due to the fact that he knows it could have been people from CMG, people from moneybaggyo, people from yogotti in Memphis at the time that the stuff happened to Big Scar. And so if they were there and the chains was just right there and Scar wasn't able to actually like protect and hold on to him, then it means that somebody could have had them. And if it's not returned yet, then that means we don't know who has it really right now. And that could be the issue on why Gucci Man wanted to make sure the chains get returned back, because he paid $10K for the whole expenses and funeral celebration of Big Scar. And so another thing is that it's since CMG, Lil Migo, and all them got they chains snatched by PRE dudes, it's like people from CMG are gonna want to take PRE chains now. They're gonna want to take Big Scar's chain. They want to take 1017 chains. And so basically it's a chain collection agency going on where they basically all are in, people don't want money no more. People don't want to have to solve their problems and do nothing, like where if it's people in the argument now, they just resort to, oh, I'm gonna take your chain, I'm gonna take your jewelry, I'm gonna try to take your most valuable, shiniest, most clout thing, you know? And so it's like, well, that don't even make sense. People are going to basically lose it all over chains, lose it all over material stuff, lose it all over a bunch of nothing, and not understanding that they should have been focusing on what's really important and trying to get all of their ducks in a row and connect the dots and dot your I's and cross the T's to make sure that when you look at everything and how it's a revolving door, they open their eyes and come to a realization of what's really going on out here, and the fact that what comes around goes around, and the fact that you can't really trust nobody out here, and that you got to be moving a certain type of way to where you're not lacking like everybody else. You can't be physically lacking, you can't be mentally lacking. You got to be just on point in multiple different dimensions, directions, and situations. And the fact that a lot of people, they don't even understand that a lot of people still gonna go and crash out. They still gonna go the route that they're not supposed to be on. Most people, it's too late, it's tricked, they duped. And so that's what's really going on with all the inside intel and all the people that's in CMGs, because those people that's really with it and sign with it and put their name down and really like put all that into it, they don't know they getting tricked. They just going with the flow. As long as the money coming in, as long as the spotlight's on them, as long as the people are smiling and hanging and making it seem like it's one big party, they cool with it, until everything comes crashing down and they get thrown under the bus and they start getting tied up with CMG, just like how all them people got tied up with YSL when they ran the Rico. If, well, like what people are saying, allegedly, if there is a Rico ran on CMG or anything like that, close to that, then a lot of the people that was with CMG, you're going to see them quickly turn and basically take deals to tell on them. Just like Big Jook, they're going to take deals to basically throw Yo Gotti, Moneybagyo, and all the people who's really running the money and sending everything, sending his, calling the shots and all that. Because then it's going to be quick to change sides once people start realizing that, oh man, they never cared about it. They just wanted another person that's going to be a name they could use to say, no, it wasn't me, it was them, or that they're the ones who's CMG, they're the ones involved, they the artists, you know what I mean? So they trying to get everybody wrapped up into a group, and people got to open their eyes and wake up at some point and realize what's actually going on to them. And so with all that said, man, condolences to Dolph, man, rest in peace to Dolph, Big Scar, everything. Throw that in the comment section. I'm going to catch you on the next video. Peace.